Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mark from Mark Melbourne. I am back. I've taken a short break. I'm going to go straight into a bit of analysis of Bitcoin at the moment and market cycles. We're currently on a positive uptrend. It does seem like a bit of positive sentiment has come back into the market. We ran into resistance at 9,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin. We've broken through that resistance and we're currently sitting at $9,700. I think that the next point of resistance is 9,500, which we're currently breaking through. And then the next point after that is 11,400 or 11,500. Right now is probably a time you should consider selling into a little bit of fiat or look for cheap altcoins at the moment. A lot of altcoins are starting to improve. With Bitcoin, if we don't break through, if we don't get to the next resistance point of 11,500, I would be setting assuming that we do hit those points, I'd be setting my sell orders just below 11,500. But I have a feeling the market tends to do the opposite of what we expect. So often the big fish or the whales who have been manipulating the markets will be doing what they can to screw us over the most. And if you were one of these whales and you were trying to screw over the market, what would you be doing? Personally, would be probably selling off before 11,500. So I'd be probably selling at even 10,000, 10,000 to 10,500, or maybe between 10,300 to 11,000. So before that resistance point. So we haven't had week on week gains like we have had for the past 2 weeks since, for a couple months now. So I would really be a bit cautious now where everybody's starting to get positive sentiment and people are starting to become bullish on Bitcoin again. This is where you want to go against the market, because often when we become complacent and comfortable, that's when the market goes against us. So what I'm doing, and this isn't financial advice, is I'd be looking to not sell my entire position or even a large portion of my position, but taking some profits into fiat and also waiting for potential good entries on altcoins that are still underpriced. So I would be, if I were to have a hunch, I think Bitcoin will come back down to 9,000, which has acted as resistance in the past, and I think it will now become the next support levels. Should that not hold at those 9,000 levels, I think the next step down will be 8,300, 8,400, around that range. I will be taking a bit of profits here. I've started taking a little bit of profits on Icon, which I've spoken about in my previous videos. In terms of altcoins, I haven't really had a chance to look at too many, as I've taken a 2-week break. I've spent some time in Japan. I'm feeling pretty good coming back now, having a break from work, but also having a bit of travel time and a bit of time just to rethink about how I'm going to make my videos. So if you are in the altcoin market, I haven't really looked into it, but some names that have popped up, probably OCN, if you haven't heard of them, also known as Odyssey. They are paired with companies like O-Bike, which basically do the rental bikes in Singapore, quite big in Asia. They've also got some in Australia. It hasn't done as well. Basically acting as a currency for that transport, I suppose. I guess a question you might be asking is, how is their value, or how will it even be integrated or used in the ecosystem? One thing that I thought of was maybe O-Bike sort of work like Uber, right? So they're trading time for money. So like you rent the bikes and then you pay, whatever, or Uber, where you pay the drivers for their time, but you're not actually paying the drivers. So the customer is paying the driver, and then you're taking a cut as the provider. Let's say a currency like that is used as a reward or point system where, like, you know, the more you rent these bikes or the more you use the transport systems, you get a reward with that currency. It gives an incentive for people to use the Odyssey coin, and then maybe as a, you know, the more you rent the bikes, the more you use and collect these reward systems, maybe it allocates you you know, credits towards your next rental, or credits towards the next time you do decide to use one of these bikes. But anyway, I won't go on that too much more. Just wanted to make a quick short video. In my next video, I will be posting about three tips for looking at market cycles, because obviously we've gone through euphoria all the way up to 20,000, total market cap nearly reaching 1 trillion, and then crashing right down to, you know, most people who held throughout, you know, from that January highs have lost, you know, 70, 80, even 90% if you were heavily exposed to altcoins. Even if you're holding Bitcoin, you lost around 70% of, or 60-70% of your entire portfolio. This pain is definitely still in a lot of people's minds, so I don't see us going straight back up to 20,000 very quickly. In order for us to be able to go to 20,000 and higher, we need new buyers to come back into the market. And in order for new buyers to come into the market, we need a bit of time. These new buyers and institutional money and fresh money is going to be what takes us to 20,000 or higher. Everyone's, you know, getting a bit positive now, but generally when this happens, it's a good time to take some profits and also just, you know, think about portfolio strategy and portfolio management. All right, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, like, subscribe, post a comment. You know, it shows me that you guys are still watching and that, you know, I should keep making these videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time.